large scale of people. However, even if a person who is involved in that business, if he knows that such product or such process can be used as a product, then this lacks the invention and novelty requirement. Your Lordship, for argument's sake, assuming that the patent of Nairo is valid, still, Your Lordship, Virokill has not infringed the patent of Nairo. Firstly, because Your Lordship, the product of Virokill is different to that of a Nairokill. The Lordship, when seen in by taking reference to the moot proposition, it clearly states that the product of Viro is a herbal composition which is used as a disinfectant sanitizer. However, Your Lordship, the product of Nairo, which is registered as a patent, is a herbal disinfectant and sanitizer. It is thus submitted by the Counsel for Defense is that the product developed by Virokill is a concentrated concoction, which is highly antimicrobial, which also happens to kill viruses such as SARS, MERS, and COVID-19. Lordship, Viro has never developed the Viro by using its mark Virokill is not producing or manufacturing or disinfectant sanitizer. However, they are just marketing a herbal combination. Your Lordship, now it's been identified that it can be used against viruses. However, it has various other purposes which are associated with the herbal combination. Your Lordship,
what were you using this herbal combination for?
It's been used for various antimicrobial activities and antibacterial activities.
So is Nairo. So is Nairo. So you were also using as an antimicrobial, right?
Your Lordship, ours is a herbal combination. It can be used as a disinfectant. It can be used as a
disinfectant against what?
Against right now, Your Lordship, this product, since it's a time of pandemic, people started using Virokill as an addition to Nairokill, Your Lordship. We are seeing during pandemic, there's the production and supply of disinfectants are less in number. Therefore, Virokill, the herbal combination of Virokill is proven to be used against viruses such as COVID-19. Hence, right now it is being used as a disinfectant against COVID-19. However, the purpose of development of this herbal combination is not limited to a disinfectant sanitizer, or it's not just limited to the purpose of killing viruses, Your Lordship. The product
sorry to interrupt you here, when you say sanitizer, is it only for external application? Or is it also for an internal application?
No. Your Lordship, it's just for an external application.
Okay, and when you look at the product of the plaintiff, is it for external application or is it for internal consumption?
Even it's for an external application, Your Lordship.
Okay, now can you differentiate between the chemical composition and say how is your product different?
Indeed, Your Lordship. Your Lordship, when it comes to herbal combinations, we have used Datura as an extra composition and citrus peel. It need not be an orange extract, Your Lordship. It can be any other citrus peel. And also, when it comes to the other elements, we have used an additional element of citrus limet plant, as well as ethyl acetate extracts of Datura metal, Your Lordship.
Okay, and what would be the effect of using the additional ingredients or additional compositions?
Your Lordship, these have this combination is effective in killing variety of microorganisms, which can be found in indoor and outdoor environment, Your Lordship. Also, it has a tremendous activity against antimicrobial activities such as Escherichia coli Staphylococcus aureus, Streptococcus.
Staphylococcus.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Staphylococcus. I think you should get those words right. Go ahead.
Apologies, Your Lordship, for mispronunciation.
No problem.
It's humble submission of the plaintiff is that its humble submission of the defense is that this combination was prior developed by Virokill, and also that the product itself is different. Hence, a manufacturing of herbal composition can't be treated as an infringement, Your Lordship. Also, in addition to the difference in the products, Your Lordship, in light of COVID-19 pandemic, an interim injunction cannot be granted, restraining restraining defendants in selling its products. Your Lordship, it is humble. Your Lordship, the manufacturing of Virokill is exempted under Patent Act, Your Lordship. Section 100 provides that a government or any person authorized by it is empowered to use a patented invention for the purposes of government. Lordship,
can you please go to the definition of government under the Indian Patent Act?
It refers to central government of India.
Yes, but which government are you selling it to, as per the facts?
Your Lordship, we are selling it to foreign governments such as China, Pakistan, Singapore. However, it is a contention of defense that when such provision is there in an Indian Patent Act, other countries might also have it's a normal sovereign right which is existence for all the countries to procure materials, to procure such pharmaceutical products in times of emergency, Your Lordship. The only contention is that had it not been a pandemic, we would have not exported these products to governments, Your Lordship. The fact that we are not introducing the products in the regional market of India, nor selling it in the commercial markets of either China, Singapore, Malaysia, or Pakistan, it indicates that our sole purpose for supplying Virokill at this juncture is to provide a disinfectant sanitizer to various people, so that they don't suffer or die due to non-availability of such essential products in times of pandemic, Your Lordship. Also, further, Your Lordship, injunction cannot be granted in view of pandemic. Also, Your Lordship, the defendant was able to raise a credible ground in challenging the validity of the patent, as the plaintiffs expressly admitted that there was a prior art in existence before their development of their product. And also, since the product of Nirokill is not something new or inventive, as we were the first developers, and also the usage of those particular chemicals, those particular materials was in existence since ages, Your Lordship, for antimicrobial and antibacterial activities. Hence, it cannot be considered as an invention. Thus, there's no, since we have raised a valid ground for questioning, for challenging the validity, an interim injunction in the form of interim injunction cannot be granted. Also, in furtherance to this, due to the current situation of pandemic, an injunction should not be granted, Your Lordship. Also, in addition to this, the plaintiffs also failed to establish the balance of convenience in their favor by establishing the proper infringement or irreparable loss suffered by them if our product is being sold or marketed. If there are no further queries, the counsel would like to proceed with the copyright argument. Much obliged, Your Lordship. Your Lordship, it's humbly submitted that Viro has not infringed the copyright of Niro. Your Lordship, this argument is substantiated by two folds. Firstly, by establishing that Nirokill's label is not qualified as copyright work, and secondly, by establishing that the packaging material followed by Virokill is a standard packaging material which is being followed by all the products of disinfectant. Your Lordship, if I could get, if I may get 1 minute time to conclude, 2 minutes time to conclude my copyright argument.
Shall I allow judges?
What do you think?
1 minute, all right.
Okay, go for 1 minute only.
Indeed, Your Lordship. Much obliged. Your Lordship, it's humble submission of the defendant is that the product packaging of Nirokill is cannot be qualified as a copyrighted work because it's a mere idea, Your Lordship. And also, Your Lordship, the packaging of Nirokill merely consists of facts. Facts per se cannot be copyrighted. There's no skill or judgment used by Nirokill in producing such packaging, Your Lordship. In furtherance to that, it's humbly submitted that since Virokill was a prior developer, and also the existence of ambiguity in the introduction of products into the market, it cannot be said that Nirokill was the first person to introduce such packing material. There is a possibility that Virokill must have introduced its packaging before. The ambiguity in the dates of introducing products in the market thus cannot prove that the Nirokill's packaging was invented, was used before. In furtherance to this, Your Lordship, it's further submitted that the packaging is a standard packaging under packaging and labeling regulations. Your Lordship, the disinfectant is classified as a drug under Schedule M states that disinfectant is a drug. Also, Your Lordship, as per Schedule O of Drugs and Cosmetic Rules, labeling requirements for disinfectants need to have a trade name, name and address of the manufacturer, list of ingredients, date of manufacture, date of expiry, batch number, quantity present, indications and mode of use, MRP, taxes and font size. Lordships, in the case at hand, Virokill has merely followed the labeling laws prevailing in the country. They have not copied the work of Nirokill. Also, Lordship, at the time of health crisis, where the whole world came to the standstill to combat this pandemic, the manufacturing and sale of defendant was a priority to Virokill.
Sorry to interrupt you, speaker one. Sorry, but your time is up. So please let the other speaker come in.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah. The council submits that since.
Sorry, your time is up.
Your time is up.
Your time is up. Let the
it
other
was an honor to plead before this honorable bench, Your Lordship.
Okay. May I have other speaker? Speaker 2 from TV? Yeah. So you're going to speak for 13 minutes,
13
right?
minutes, yes.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, fine. Go ahead. Your time starts. All the best.
May it please the Honorable Court, I am the second speaker on behalf of the respondents, and in furtherance to what my co-counsel has already argued, I will be dealing with the issues pertaining to trademark and design. The council will first establish the invalidity of the registrations and then move towards the infringement claim. It is humbly submitted before this Honorable Court that the trademark Nirokill is not a valid trademark owing to the fact that Nirokill is a descriptive mark and that Viro has been the prior user of the mark. Your Lordship, Section 9 of the Trademark Act bars the registration of common language words or descriptive marks unless they have a secondary meaning. Your Lordship, kill here is a very generic word as well as a descriptive mark which is just used to denote a particular action of the product. And in fact, a simple search in the records of the trademark registry, if the council may take permission, if the council takes permission to share the screen to just showcase the searches.
Go on.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yes, Your Lordship. Just a second. Just a second, Your Lordship. In fact, Your Lordship, I'm I will come back. Apologies. Of the trademark registry shows that there are numerous companies using the word "kill" as a part of their trademark, and the plaintiff's marks as such are not distinctive, and therefore there is no such exclusivity given to it on its part. It is also submitted that
Counsel, sorry to interrupt you here, but tell us something. Can the civil court go into the question of the validity of a registration of a trademark, or should you go before the appellate tribunal of the registry itself? Under the Patents Act, yes, a defendant can file a counterclaim for seeking a prayer to invalidate a patent. But
yes,
is that also a case under the Trademarks Act? Can you please tell us that?
No, it is just a mere contention of the respondents to further prove that we aren't in fact infringing upon the rights of
Okay, go ahead.
It is also submitted that Viro is a prior user of the trademark, Your Lordship, and it is a well-settled principle of the trademark law that the prior use of goods will override the subsequent user, even though the subsequent user has a registered trademark. In fact, this has been agreed by the respective counsel for NIRO, stating that Viro is in fact the prior user. There are numerous judgments that reiterate the overriding factor of the prior user. In the Supreme Court case of Syed Mohiuddin versus Sulochana Bai, it states that the prior user rights are recognized as superior than that of the registrar, and even the proprietor cannot interfere with the rights of the user. In furtherance to the same argument, Your Lordship, Section 34 of the Trademark Act protects the vested interest by preventing a registered user from interfering with the honest use of an identical mark. In the matter at hand, Your Lordship, ViroKill has ample evidence in the form of documents that establish the fact that the mark ViroKill was being used by the defendant in the promulgation of their product. For the sake of argument, Your Lordship, moving on with the infringement part, agreeing that it is a valid trademark, Viro has still not infringed the rights of NIRO, as it does not meet the requirements of the infringement, as there is no use of the trademark in the course of trade, as well as it not being deceptively similar to the mark of Viro. Thus, there is no scope for confusion. Now, Lordship, the ideology behind Viro is simple in the fact that knowledge must not be confined, especially in such times of in the time of a pandemic. In furtherance to that, and in respecting the IP rights of NIRO, Viro has never entered into the commercial market, be it India or any foreign nation. By taking it is agreed that we are selling it to the government department, but we have not entered the commercial markets. By taking reference of the definition given in Black Law's dictionary, a course of trade amounts to when something is done in the management of business. And now business is an activity or enterprise that is being done for a gain or an advantage or a benefit. And as was reiterated earlier by my counsel, Viro only sells to the government departments of foreign nations and not the commercial markets. Thus, it can be inferred that there is no gain or profit when there is, and which in turn results in no business for Viro. And if Viro does not have any business, it cannot be said that the trademark is being used in the course of trade. Also, Your Lordship, with regards to the claims of the marks being deceptively similar, both NIROKILL and ViroKill belong to the same class 5 of the NICE classification. But as my co-counsel pointed out, the products are different. Like the uses of the products is different. And also, when considering what constitutes as similar, we must take into consideration a lot of things: the nature of the marks, the nature of the goods, the trade channel that they're being sold through, and also the class of the purchasers. In the case at hand, Your Lordship, Viro had Viro been following in a similar fashion to that of NIRO, we would be People would be tracking infringement upon us. But here, everything is different. From the class of customers to the trade channel being used, everything is different. Your Lordship, the contention that the counsel for the plaintiffs have referenced quite a few number of judgments where stating that there is a lot of regarding drugs and pharmaceuticals, regarding that a lot of care and utmost care needs to be given to them when they're when you're searching for similarities or dissimilarities. But your Lordship, here government department is not a reasonable man. It's not an ordinary man. It doesn't come under the definition of an ordinary man. The health departments of the various countries obviously will take into consideration with utmost care as to what our product Viro is. It's not something that can be just overlooked like that.
Counsel,
Also,
I have a question for you here. Since you said that prior use is very important here, okay, so are you trying to tell us that your product is in the Indian market prior to Niro's product in the market?
No, Your Lordship. Our product has not entered the Indian market as such. We are only
the defense of prior use here?
So, Your Lordship, the prior use here defines, we are telling it with the respect that the idea being developed, the idea being formed, the lab testing, and the process of the entire product has been done much prior to that of
yes, but that is an argument for patent law, but that is not an argument for a trademark infringement, is it?
Yes, Your Lordship. Yes, Your Lordship. The product Virocil has not entered the Indian market, but the facts are silent on whether it has gone to the foreign nations much prior to that of Niro, Your Lordship.
Go ahead.
Okay, carry on.
As was already stated, Your Lordship, the customers of Viro are not the ordinary public, rather the government agencies. Thus, there is no cause of concern amongst customers. Then there isn't even a similar pool. The plaintiffs have stressed on the fact that customers will be confused. But again, like reiterated, government is not an ordinary person. So a care would be high. The departments would involve a much higher scrutiny. Your Lordship, it is the contention of the respondents that the trademark is used within the bona fide intention. Section 30 of the trademark, Section 30 Clause 1 of the Trademark Act clearly states that the provisions of Section 29 shall not prevent the use of a registered trademark by any person, provided the use is in accordance with honest practices and is not such as to take unfair advantage of the distinctive character of the trademark, of the registered trademark. The trademark Virocil has been coined, conceived, and adopted honestly based on the company name here and the objective of killing viruses. Viro is an abbreviation of the company name Vijay India Research Organization, and a combination of the purpose being virus killing has been used. Kill is a public juris term, as was already reiterated, and the mere presence of this word in the trade name of the defendants does not conclude that we impersonated the name. This is a descriptive term in the large just build the function of killing viruses, and thus is an arbitrary and a fanciful trademark. In furtherance to all of this, Your Lordship, the claim of passing off is not sustainable, because to constitute passing off, like the counsel for the counsel 2 for the plaintiffs has reiterated, the claim to constitute passing off, we need 3 essentials: reputation, misrepresentation, and damage to goodwill. But in the case of that, passing off is not sustainable, as Virocil has not been marketed in India. Moreover, the non-availability of the Virocil to the general public does not raise any misrepresentation nor cause any confusion. And additionally, to claim damage to reputation and goodwill, the entity must have been in existence since for a long time and established itself in the market. But since Nirocil also recently launched their product, there is no reputation to damage or goodwill. Therefore, for the above mentioned reasons, the counsel summary submits that the claim of passing off is unsustainable. In the interest of time, I'd like to move to my final submission regarding design, Your Lordship. So the design adopted by the contention by the defense that the design adopted by Nairokin is not novel. Your Lordship, a design, if it needs to be an established and a registered design, it needs to be a pattern or a shape which was previously published, or one that it should not be a pattern that is previously published, or one that is substantially similar. Thus, the novelty here plays a very important fact. If Your Lordships, in fact, Your Lordship, the canister that we are talking about.
Changes from the kind of focus sheet added to the short.
Sorry, Your Lordship.
No, sorry, that was neither of us. I think it was somebody else. Go on, carry on.
Your Lordship, the existing publications date back to the 20th century, in fact. The design that is in question today, and in the matter today before this court, is actually a design of a jerry can. It's called a jerry can, and they're originally made from metal, which were later adapted to plastic and patented in 1973 by one Dr. Wolfram Shane. It's a US patent. US patent bearing number US 2000278. It's a US patent, Your Lordship, and sorry, Your Lordship. To secure a recognition for its newness or originality, it is imperative that the design that has been made shouldn't even be materially similar to the relevant design that is in question. And Your Lordship, the design that the patent rights of the US patent have expired in 1992. It's been more than, Your Lordship, if the council can take just a minute to sum up the question of design.
Shall we allow her, judges?
1 minute only.
Okay, 1 minute only.
As stated, Your Lordship, since there was a prior publication of this specific design, prior registrations in foreign countries and other nations should be considered as a prior disclosure as per Section 4, Clause B of the Designs Act. Thus, the design in issue is wrongly registered in favor of Nairokin, as they are neither new or original. Assuming it's a novel design, Your Lordship, Nairokin still hasn't infringed the rights, as both the designs are different. And to grant injunction, balance of convenience of the parties must be established. Nairokin's cap is rigid with protrusions, while Virus has a smooth finish. Agreed, both of the products fall under the same class 9, but both of them belong to different goods. In the case of Nikki Tasha versus Faridabad Gas, the court held that they will not grant an interlocutory injunction unless satisfied that there is a real probability of the plaintiff succeeding. Interlocutory injunction will not be granted if there are substantial grounds for attacking the validity of the registration. It is therefore submitted that the claim for design infringement is prima facie weak and the plaintiff cannot secure any interim relief. Therefore, Your Lordship, applying the principles for all of the above mentioned reasons, counsel respectfully requests this court to find Biro to be infringing upon the rights of Nairobi. Therefore, in the light of issues raised, arguments advanced, and authorities cited, it is humbly prayed that this honorable court may be pleased to adjudge and declare that interim relief in the form of a temporary injunction should not be granted, and the cost of the present interlocutory application shall be awarded.
But your time is up.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fine. Next, we move on to and rebuttal.
I think we just have a couple of questions there. Sushen, what do you?
Okay, ma'am. Go ahead, ma'am.
Okay.
So, no. Okay, go on.
Counsel, why do you think we should not grant an interim injunction, in favor of Nairo? Because you're clearly submitting that you are not using it in India. So when you're not using it in India, so why do you think you need a right, to continue or to go ahead and manufacture it in India? Because it looks like you have no intention to use the product in India in any manner.
Yes, Your Lordship, but if the temporary injunction is granted, it will ultimately come down to the point of the fact that the product is being manufactured in India. If the injunction is granted, the product will not be, Viro will not be able to trade with the governmental departments of the various nations. And in the light of the pandemic, that is not a very viable option.
Okay. All right.
Okay, thank you everyone. Now we move on to rebuttal, sir rebuttal. So from team A, AG, team A, AG, can you please come for rebuttal session? So who's coming? Speaker one.
I have a question to speaker two of the defendant.
No, okay.
Is it
Sorry,
permitted?
sorry to interrupt you, but you're having time like 2 minutes only, because already you have used 6 minutes extra during your argument.
Yeah, sure.
Keep
I
in
have,
mind 2 minutes.
You cannot ask her a question, but you can make a point of your own. Yes.
yeah. So as you have already agreed that a descriptive mark cannot be granted trademark, like, and at the end of your argument, you yourself admitted that your Virokil is a descriptive mark. So the statement that you made, it's contradicting to what you said. And secondly, since you have agreed that the prior use is not in India, how does it how is it not affecting our rights? Like we are totally selling it in India, and then like there's no comparison between two of them. And I mean, there's no what exactly are you trying to say about prior use that is not in India?
Counsel, were the questions to the
Speaker.
defendants, or do you think it is a rebuttal so that the judges are made aware of your opinion?
It's a rebuttal to what speaker two of the defendant said.
So we don't have to act on it. So only if the defendants act on it, would it suffice?
Yeah, anything is fine, Your Lordship.
Anything is fine?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So the judges would not, the court would not be considering your points, your rebuttal, because you said anything is fine, and it is meant for the, the opposite counsel. So we will take that on record. Go ahead.
Apologies for that. So that was my rebuttal.
Move on.
The counsel takes permission to proceed further with the rebuttal, Lordship. Lordship, the learned counsel for the plaintiff has stated that that the fact that we are saying the mark is descriptive is contradicting our own argument. Lordship, it is submitted that we haven't applied for any trademark that our mark should not be a descriptive mark. It is them who have applied for trademark. Hence, if there's any descriptiveness, that should affect them, not us. And for the second point, Your Lordship, the learned counsel for plaintiff seemed to say that there's no comparison between the two products. Then I don't understand the purpose of this case being brought before this honorable court, Your Lordship. If the plaintiffs accept that there's no comparison because we sell it in foreign countries, then I don't understand the fact that why is this case being brought before this honorable court. It's just, this case is a frivolous case of infringement. It's just to waste the time of this honorable court and time of the parties, Your Lordship. Hence, strict action should be taken against plaintiff for filing such frivolous suits of infringement. That's all my rebuttal, Your Lordship. And further, the fact that in the arguments of plaintiff, they have accepted, for the patent argument, they have accepted that there is similarities between both the elements. There is a dissimilarities between some of the elements, and also that we were the prior user. Then I guess it clearly raises a question on validity of their their IP rights, and they have admitted that they have indirectly admitted that their IP might not be a valid one. That's all for the Sir rebuttal, Your Lordship.
Sorry for interrupting you, but I just want to clarify that since you have already
It's not an.
Counsel, I don't think you have another opportunity to rebut. Otherwise, it's an endless process.
Yeah, speaker one from AG group.
Yes.
Yeah, you are not
Clear,
supposed to
Lordship.
talk now. Okay, fine. Okay, thank you, all the participants and judges. Participants, just leave the room for a while. Just leave the room, not meeting. Yeah, sir and ma'am, you can carry on with your marks. Okay.
Okay.
I think you both got the exit for mark.
Yeah, we do. We have it.
Okay, ma'am, you also you're having with you
Yes, yes.
that
Yes.
exhibition?
Yes.
Okay, ma'am.
Does.
Okay.
Okay, Sushen.
Uh,
In fact, I've already marked for the petitioners, so just trying to see.
I still haven't. I'm just doing it right now.
Yeah. Have you pulled the doc?
Yeah, pulled it out. I'm just typing it out.
Yes, sir. Vijay, sir. Session is being finished, and sir and ma'am they are giving marks to them.
Okay,
Yeah.
very good, very good. Go
Okay,
on.
sir. Participant has left the room.
That's fine, that's fine.
Okay, sir.
Which is the report?
See, I would have no right to accept this for
Yeah, I'm done.
Pretty fast. Huh?
Yeah.
Okay, 2 minutes more.
Sushin, sir, you can mail that mark sheet to Vijay, sir, and Kalpana.
I'll do that. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I think even I'm done.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. You can mail that marks to sir.
Should
and
I just
Kalpana.
mail it to Miss Kalpana? Otherwise,
Yeah, exactly.
I'll just reply to the same email.
Yeah. Kalpana, ma'am. You have to send to Kalpana, ma'am.
Sure, we'll be done.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. So that is it?
No, ma'am. You will be having a small session with participants. Just formal session. You have to brief them regarding IPR, or else they might be having some queries.
Understood.
I'll ask them to join.
You know, the speaker too of the petitioner, it is unfortunate that, yeah, we couldn't see her and then.
Yeah.
very less time we had to judge her.
Pujita, can you please ask sir to allow the participants
I'll
Okay.
ask the participants to come and join. Brinda and Sushin will reveal their names and identity if you have already marked them. Hope you have already marked them, right?
I have marked them. I already sent the screen.
Yeah. So once they reveal their college name and identity, you can give the feedback to them.
Brinda ma'am and Sushin sir, you both are IPR practitioners.
We are, yes.
Okay. I have just joined IPR. I'm new to IPR.
So what is your qualification? I mean, what were you doing earlier?
MSc Biotech.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Okay, are you a registered patent agent?
No, I'm just preparing for exam.
Oh, okay, nice.
I'm taking course under Vijay sir.
Okay, so you're working under him.
Yeah, it's really great honor to interact like a person, sir, like all of you. It's a pleasure for me.
So what made you come to this side, to this particular field?
Actually, I took a career break, and
okay.
When I started for opportunities in my field, I didn't get anything. One of my friends suggested he's in this field. That's made me, but I'm loving it. Yeah, it's very nice.
So as long as you're enjoying what you're doing.
Yeah, I'm enjoying,
exactly.
sir. Lot of sections. Initially, I was a bit worried, nervous, like so many sections. But now, yeah, I'm okay with them.
Don't worry. I think everybody has the same beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah, come to this particular discipline. That's how it happens. But yeah, over a period of time, you'll just pick those up.
Yeah, ma'am. I hope all the participants join.
Only 18 is joined.
Yeah, even from AG team, speaker one has to join.
Yes.
Meanwhile, rest of the participants, you can have interaction with ma'am and sir. You can one by one just reveal your identity from team A, or else we go with the team AG. Okay, team AG, come in.
Good afternoon. My name is Arushi Malik, and I study in OP Global University.
Sorry to interrupt you, but please
can you be a bit more audible? We can't hear you.
Sorry, I'm saying that my name is Arushi Malik, and I'm currently pursuing DLLB in OP University. Okay. I'm in 4th year.
You're in your 4th year, okay. Has your colleague joined as well?
I think she'll be joining soon. Yeah, she's joined. She's done.
Yes, sir, I've just joined.
Yeah.
Okay, tell about yourself from team AG, speaker one.
Good afternoon, ma'am. I'm Akhila. I'm doing my 4th year BLLB from OP Jindal University. This is my first mode, and I think I've totally I was so nervous, and I think it went really bad. So
great for the first time, or it's
Yeah, first time, I know.
yeah, so it's actually nice. So it's fine. It's a great attempt.
Thank you.
So who's your researcher?
Researcher.
Is a researcher also up there online?
I think that
Yes,
person's on mute.
Yes, he's there.
Yeah.
Yes.
here. My name is Nutashri. I'm studying in Gandhi Medical College. MBBS second year.
Sorry, you are doing what?
MBBS second year, ma'am.
Oh, very nice. Okay. So how did you find the problem?
Well, I was first so excited about it, and while knowing about the patients, and I was like so interested. So when my colleague have just asked me participate, are you willing to participate? I was like, I was pretty nervous first, but later while searching about the things, and I felt like, but these many things are beside us, and like we are just all the importance of the nature. I felt like that.
Okay, but the composition is something you'd be aware of.
It's well, if it's actually it's herbal, so yeah, it's pretty new for me actually. Than saying it's not new. I think it's pretty new for me for going into the herbal way.
Okay. Okay, glad that you participated in this, and then of course you must have learned a lot in this particular field. So that's
Yeah.
good. Keep
Yeah,
yourself
I was.
informed in the future as well.
Oh, thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much for the opportunity.
Thank you, Team AG. Now, Team A, speaker one.
Good afternoon, ma'am. Good afternoon, sir. I'm Soumya. I'm from Symbiosis Law School, Hyderabad. I'm in my final year of BLLB.
Okay.
Have you mooted before, or is this your first moot?
No, sir, I have mooted before.
Okay.
Speaker 2, AG speaker 2.
Good morning, sir, ma'am. My name is Manjari, and I'm also from Symbiosis Law School, Hyderabad.
And fourth year?
Yes, fifth year, ma'am. Yes.
Awesome. Okay.
So, participants, you have any questions for ma'am?
Who's the researcher here?
I think researcher is not there, ma'am.
Okay, but researchers from which discipline?
So, ma'am, our researcher is a second year CSE engineering student.
Hello.
Yeah,
Ma'am.
Yeah, he is there.
Okay.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Ma'am, I'm from Kannur. I'm studying second year. I'm pursuing second year engineering.
Okay.
Okay, that's good. And how did you come to know about this competition?
So actually, S1 is my cousin, sir. First of all, she told me about this nearly about 15 days ago.
Huh.
I heard it, and first I was like, this is something different. I don't know anything about law and this. But after listening to this topic and this, the main thing which we were discussing till now, I felt like it's something similar in day-to-day life. So I said, yes, this would be different in my life. So I'll try it my best.
Yeah, Brinda, I think this is the first time I'm looking at a moot court competition with a researcher from a different field.
Absolutely. So I was very keen to know who is
Yeah.
the researcher, Interesting to know that. It's very nice.
Yeah.
And then I'm happy that all of them get an opportunity to learn and see how it actually happens.
Because of Ivy.
That's good.
I don't think so. Anyone is having any questions for you, ma'am and sir?
Hey.
Okay. Can you please give them a short brief regarding IPR, ma'am and sir? Or else we are done with this session.
Oh, I think they're quite knowledgeable, and I don't think they, at least from my side, I don't think they require any, brief about this particular subject. And also the researchers, I'm very glad that they actually got it and did some work. Yeah, I think overall it was nice. They've done it well. Probably over a period of time they will become aware of the entire facts and how the entire thing has to be done. So all of them very good. All. So that was a guest from Vijay's house. Is it? So that's another student who's been come over and then
No, I think he's doing a lot of juggling between one court hole and another.
Brinda and Sushin, I'm sorry.
Yeah, thank you.
Nice, to see that.
Vijay sir, we have done with the session, sir.
Yeah, if we are done with the session, all of you can leave the meeting, not just leave the room, leave the meeting. I thank Sushen sir and Brinda madam for judging this competition. And participants, you can take rest for the day. Tomorrow you can assemble at 9 a.m. For results and lots for the quarterfinal. Thank you. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you, ma'am, sir, and participants. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. Madam.
Have a nice day, ma'am and sir.
Thank you. You too.
Thank you.
Safe.
Yeah.